What is up, y'all? Your boy is back out here in the garage. It's been a long time, man, since I've been in the garage doing anything. I'd say it's been a good solid month, man. Been, obviously been sick for a few weeks, but now I'm back on the up and up, back on the mend, and we'll see how this goes. So I'm actually feeling great, just a little congested, but that's good. So I'm back on the rise, trying to get this car ready. And this is actually the week, y'all, that I'm taking it to the shop. And man, it's been a long time coming, super long time coming, but we here. So basically I'm in the garage today just trying to just tidy up some things. Just really just a lot of cleanup, just getting this thing ready to go. Getting it just kind of cleaned up, getting all the stuff that's in the trunk and in the car, getting it out, and basically filling it back in with just small parts and things that I'm gonna be taking to my boy who's gonna be doing the body work for me. He's just doing it at his own house, and then the shop that he works at actually allows him to bring outside cars in to paint and stuff like that. So all right, y'all, so as I stated before, not a whole lot to do, but I do have some things to do. Man, it's just gonna be a lot of cleanup here in the garage, as I kind of got stuff everywhere here. But obviously taking out the tools. If you can see, like, this old rust, crumbs and things like that. So before I took this car to the exhaust shop, it was totally clean. Like, it was really clean back here. But this is a spare trunk that I had that's old, and as you can see, it's rotted in some areas. So when I was getting the exhaust in, and obviously it was running and stuff, this stuff, rust, just basically rattled out of here. And so now it's just like all over the back of my car. So I'm glad that I covered the part where the gas tank sits and stuff like that, so it didn't fall in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and just obviously just clean that out. That'll be fairly easy. Nothing really in the inside to kind of clean up. What I'm probably gonna do is set some carpet, or not carpet, but blanket down to kind of cover all this, so that way none of this gets really super dirty and dusty from him doing body work and stuff like that. I'm gonna try to do my best to cover like some of the wiring and all that, but obviously there's gonna be some stuff that gets dirty. I'm just gonna have to live with it. And I have a seat cover. I'm probably just going to cover the seat as well, so that doesn't get too destroyed. And as far as the front goes here, y'all, I mean, nothing really a whole lot with the engine. I mean, I'm pretty much to the point where I'm kind of done with it for now until I get it back. And then when I get it back, then that's when I'll start to kind of really kind of fix up and tie in like some of the hoses, and kind of make them all matching, and relocate this oil catch can and just some other odds and ends. I do have to wire or extend this fuel pressure wire to the transducer. I bought a transducer that I have, so that way I can just run it electronically through and monitor it through my monitor there. So I have to extend this wire as it's not going to reach, and so I'll probably do that probably today. And just all this other wiring here is it's just gonna kind of stay for now, like the relay wiring and all that stuff. So but other than that, y'all, I mean, really it's kind of where it's gonna be for now. Also, what I'm probably gonna do is I'm probably gonna have to change these plug wires. They're freaking brand new, but over here I'm having a problem with just one of them actually hitting the header here, and I have to basically zip tie it up to this little stud there to kind of keep it out the way. And I went ahead and put one of these shields on there, but I'm probably gonna have to upgrade these wires to those ceramic coated wires. I think Excel makes them, so I'm gonna probably have to fork out the money to do that, just so I don't have to have it looking like this, and that way I don't have any problems with it. But all the other ones are good, so I don't know why that one is actually hitting, but anyways, it is what it is. But other than that, y'all, there's really not much that I gotta get done on this before I actually take it to the shop. So it's a super exciting week. This has been a long time coming, and I'm really excited to get this done. Also, I'm gonna have to, well, and I'll do this when I get the car back, but try to figure out the brakes. Just kind of seems like it has a real hard pedal. So I don't know if the booster that I got this is used is any good, or I never used one of these before, and I'm not exactly sure what it is, if it basically increases or decreases the flow of fluid that goes back to the proportioning valve or something like that. I don't really know, but it came with the car, so I just kind of left it on there. Right now I kind of have it set in the middle somewhere. Basically what I did is I backed it all the way down, and I did full turns and kind of counted the turns all the way until it basically got tight again. And then it came out to like 7 turns. So basically what I did is I backed it off 3.5 turns and kind of put it in the middle just to kind of see where it's at. So still kind of figuring out the brake situation. But you know, I don't really need to kind of dive into that more till I get the car back. And then when I get the car back, it's just going to be basically not a mad dash, but just basically me just piecing it back together and getting it done. So I'm gonna have to do some front end suspension work. The ball joints are shot on the top and probably the bottom by now. I'm probably just gonna upgrade a lot of things, get some tie rod ends and all kinds of stuff, and you know, I'll deal with that later. But what I'll probably do when I get it back is just replace the ball joints, maybe put some coils in it and kind of call it good, and then make this a project for like the following summers or summers to come. But yeah, y'all, other than that, shoot, we good to go. Oh, one other thing too is I probably am actually going to take off these fittings right now, these transmission fittings, and probably just hook up some bottles and have those set inside the bottles and turn the transmission on and try to drain out some of the fluid, because I actually forgot that I was going to put this fluid in there. This is some Lucas like non-trans slip or treatment or something like that, that I was going to put in there, but I had already topped it off and I forgot that I had that sitting there. So I'm going to have to basically take some of the fluid out, and in order to fill that up in the transmission. So I believe I set up this one to be the feed going in, but just in case I got it wrong, I don't want to accidentally just take this one off and then have this open and all of a sudden fluid goes everywhere. So I'm just going to take them both off and as a precaution. But I've did that a few times before. That's how I've drained fluid out before, because the pan doesn't have a drain stick or a drain plug. So, and I don't want to battle with taking the pan off. So anyways, is what it is. Y'all, so I'm out here messing with the car. I'm actually just trying to get it tuned and idling really good. But as I was doing this, I just decided to check the oil catch can, and I believe I have it hooked up right, because I know you're supposed to have a hose coming from the location where the PVC valve or PCV valve comes out and goes into the catch can, and that's what goes into the actual can, the oil, and then basically another tube that goes out to the manifold. So I went to check it, and just to kind of see if it caught anything at all, and then I found this inside, like liquid, and I don't know, it kind of smells like gas, maybe mixed in with a little bit of the brown. I would assume it's kind of maybe a little bit of oil, and I guess that would kind of make sense, being that I have it hooked up directly to the manifold, and when you open this up, since this is a throttle body injection, since the fuel comes out of the throttle body and goes into the intake, I'm thinking maybe fuel could maybe get sucked into the catch can, is what I'm thinking. So I don't know if that's good or not. I don't know if that's maybe would be causing any issues to starve one of, or any particular bank. I don't know. So if you guys know anything, definitely let me know what you guys might think about this. I thought about maybe switching the out from here, from the catch can, instead of going to the manifold, maybe going to the throttle body. But then I was like, well, the throttle body is actually hooked up to my booster, So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I'm not too well versed in all this, but it's kind of weird. I've just never seen that before. All right, y'all. So I'm pretty sure I figured it out, and I believe it was my original thought. I think it was gas in there, y'all. And I mean, I don't know what else it would be. It wouldn't be water of any sort or anything like that. The only thing clear and liquid like that and would only come from the intake manifold. So, and if you can look down inside there, I mean, you can see, it has the different runners and stuff like that. And one of the runners, this one right here, basically goes back to where I had that hose hooked up to that port, if you can see what my finger is. So I just went ahead and took the hoses off. I'm pretty sure somehow gas was getting by and going into the system somehow. I really don't know how. I don't know how any type of condensation or water or anything like that would get in there. I went ahead and double checked, and I double checked my oil. My oil was clean. And I also double checked the antifreeze here, just in case, like maybe I thought maybe it's the oil and antifreeze mix or oil and water mix somehow. And but that didn't look like it was the case. So I really don't know. So I'm pretty sure it was gasoline. It kind of has a hint of gasoline smell mixed in with a little bit of brown. And that's just really weird, man. I don't know why and how it would do that. But yeah, when I kind of dipped my finger in it and smelled it, it kind of smelled like gas. And so, and plus it has that smell, like if I put my nose to the throttle body and smell it, it has that smell as well too. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take it off for now, and this is how I originally had it. And maybe on this particular setup you hook a catch can up differently. I'm not sure, being that on a regular LS setup with the intake manifold and the injectors just kind of going directly running into the cylinders, that being that gas kind of comes through the throttle body and goes inside of the intake and just distributes to the different runners. Maybe it was sucking some of the fuel in there. And so, I only ran it for like 30 minutes and it ended up being, this was like a quarter of the way filled up. So hopefully none got inside of the head here and went inside and got, mixed in with some of that oil. I hope not, but I went ahead and took it off. I took off the hose that was going to that one, and it didn't seem like it was wet or smelt like anything. So just for precaution, I'm gonna go ahead and take it off. I might be able just to run it like this and be okay. I got a filter for this side too, that the little round filter that you can just plug in right there. So when I put the engine back together, I'm just gonna leave it like that. So I'm just gonna leave it like this for now and see if it runs okay, and just call it a day. So if you guys know anything about that or have seen anything like that before, definitely chime in, let me know. And I just never ever seen anything like that or anything other than oil inside of a catch can. And being that was so clear, it kind of just threw me off and I got scared for a moment. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and tidy this stuff up. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. I don't really have too much, on the Chevelle because it's pretty much done for now. And all it is just really just me just kind of getting it ready to take to the shop. So when I drop this off, I'm actually gonna pick up my Caprice that I have just kind of just chilling in storage right now because it can't drive. It can actually move, it just can't drive because the transmission's shot. So when I get that back, then I'm gonna start working on that. So I have that 480 in the back. I'm gonna take it to the shop, and then once I get that rebuilt, then just gonna do the swap on that, and then do some other odds and ends on the Caprice, and then get that ready because I want to take it to a show over Memorial Weekend. So I got 3 months or so to kind of get that ready. So hopefully that's plenty of time for me to get that done. But anyways, y'all, that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start attacking this and try to stay out the cold as much as I can and just get this stuff done so I can get back in the house. So anyways, you guys know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Y'all stay positive and everything, and we'll see y'all later. All right, deuces, peace out.